Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Ian from the Nerd Room podcast, aka Tokyo Joey, your man from Japan. First of all, I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope you had a great Christmas holiday, a fun transition into 2022. And I wish you and your families all of the happiness and good health for the new year. But before we say goodbye to 2021, I've got a quick video for you here, and this is going to be a top 10 video. And I'm going to focus on action figures. Now, I got back into the smaller scale action figures last year through the influence of the Nerd Room. A few years ago, I did stop smaller scale and focus on the larger scale stuff. But yeah, I remembered how fun it is to get these small scale figures to go out on the hunt. And they're so much fun to play with and pose up. So I'm going to talk about some of my standouts from last year. But before I do, let me make this clear. I'm not going to talk at all about American toys. For example, we have the Marvel Legends down here. I don't have that many from this line. I only started collecting them last year, and they're quite hard for me to get here in Japan. I absolutely love Marvel Legends, but if you want to know about this line, then you should definitely ask my boys Tim and Troy at the Nerd Room, because their collections are insane. They know everything there is to know about Marvel Legends. Also up here are the McFarlane toys. I got into these through my boy Carlos at the Nerd Room, and man, these are incredible figures. For the price, you get so much detail and a slightly larger scale. I absolutely love these. Again, they're quite hard for me to get here. And if you want to know about McFarlane toys, you should definitely ask Carlos. He knows so much about these figures. His collection is amazing. But figures that I do have easy access to are the ones from Japan. For example, we have some figures here from companies such as Medicom, who do the Mafex. We also have Bandai, who do things like the SH Figure Arts and the movie Realization. Kyoto do the Revoltech stuff, such as the Amazing Yamaguchis, and there are some others too. Now, as you can see here, there are no Japanese characters. I'm not really into manga or anime. You're not going to see any Gokus or any Tanjiros here. But you will see some familiar characters from Western franchises, for example, from DC, from Marvel, and some others. So I'm going to talk about some of my standouts, the ones that I thought were the best, the ones that I recommend. So let the countdown begin.
10、
Okay, so at number 10 is a strange choice for me because I often complain about some of the Revoltech figures, but this is the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington from Revoltech, from Kyoto, and it is an absolutely fantastic figure. Anything that's in the top 10 are amazing figures because there was so much great stuff released last year. But I absolutely love this figure, and it came as a big surprise. It just popped up in the shop one day, and I didn't even know it was going to be released. And man, I absolutely love it. Just like the little display stand that it comes with, the options it comes with extra hands. We've got some extra head sculpts for some different looks there. It also comes with the clear stand too, and just because of the Revoltech joints, they are very, very small, but you can have such a variety of display options with this absolutely great figure and lots of nice details added to this release. So Jack's at number 10.
9、
Okay, so at number 9 we have the Ben Reilly Spider-Man from Mafex. Now, I absolutely love this Spidey, and some people will argue that this is the best Spidey since the, let me grab it, comic book version, the OG, which is here, which still remains a fantastic figure, but this is not from 2021. But I do think there is one better Mafex Spidey that, yeah, hint, you will see a little later. But still, this is such a fantastic release. Just all of the little details, the black line work in the webbing there, the dark paint application here to add some effect and some muscle tone to his legs. It comes with a really great Ben Reilly head sculpt, as you can see here. And yeah, I absolutely love this Ben Reilly Spidey. The articulation on this guy is fantastic. He comes with a bunch of hands, so many hands actually, and an alternative head too. So man, this guy is fantastic. At number 9.
8、
Okay, so next up, another Mafex. We have here the Hush Batman Black version. Now, I absolutely love this Batman. Easily one of my favorites. I chose to go with the black instead of the blue, but I do really want to get the blue version too because that does come with a Bruce head sculpt. But I absolutely love this black version. The cape on this thing is insane. It's so beautiful and it's really well wired. It's very light, so it's very posable. And I also love that it comes with this really cool stand. And he also has his grappling gun there. Easily one of the best Batman figures at this in this scale. And man, I really wish I could put this guy higher, but this guy is getting number 8.
7、
Okay, so number 7 spot goes to another Mafex Hush figure, and this is the Superman. Now, this is my favorite Superman in my whole collection. I absolutely love this guy. The articulation on him is perfect. I love how the shoulder joints pull out. I love all of the definition on him. He has this extra chest plate here to give him that muscular chest. He has a really great head sculpt and comes with a ton of accessories, including some IVs that can go around his neck and around his wrists to give him the evil look. The cape is beautiful. My only issue with this guy is just I wish the yellows were a little deeper. But other than that, it is just the perfect small scale Superman.
6、
Okay, so we're now at number 6, and this time we have the SH Figure Arts Wonder Woman 84 Wonder Woman. Now, this figure blew me away when I first bought it. I was so surprised at how great the head sculpt was on this thing. It does actually come with 2 faces that you can use. And yeah, all of the paint application on this is absolutely perfect. Figure Arts really do smash it when it comes to head sculpts, and at this scale this is the best head sculpt I've ever seen. It actually rivals a lot of the larger scale stuff that I've seen. So I absolutely love this Wonder Woman. My only issue with this one is that it didn't come with that many extra accessories in terms of weapons, but we do get the lasso here, and some of the paint application just on this is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, Diana here gets number 6.
5、
Okay, so at number 5 we have a Mafex Spidey. This time it's the Peter B. Parker. Now, you might have heard me say before that there is a better Spidey out there, and I think this is it. This Mafex Spidey is fantastic, and there's so much that comes with this release. You can change parts of his body, you can change his feet, you can have him with the clothes. He also comes with a really nice fabric coat. He's very, very posable, and he has these really nice shoulder arm joints. And there's so much that you can do with this guy. I'm a massive Spider-Verse fan, so yeah, I might be a bit biased, but everything, like from the fine little details, the paint application, the texturing on the suit here, we get the different head sculpts. We get unmasked, we get half masked, we also get the fully masked, and we get so many different accessories. So for value for money and just for pure quality, this is my favorite Mafex Spider-Man from last year.
4、
Okay, so now at number 4, we have a figure that I very almost put at number 1. But this is the Mafex Gambit. Now, this figure, in my opinion, is absolutely perfect. He comes with so many great accessories. He comes with like a dashing pink set of cards. He comes with these flaming cards here, and comes with a few different extra ones. He also comes with his staff, and everything about this is just fantastic. The paint application here of the pink on his chest plate is beautifully painted. There is just no mistakes across the whole figure. He comes with a fantastic head sculpt here with his hair sweeping across, and this coat is easily one of the best fabric additions to a small scale figure I've ever seen. Now it's just wired throughout, so you can get it in some really cool dynamic poses. And yeah, I absolutely love this. Again, I could be a little biased because I do love Gambit from X-Men, I always have. But yeah, easily up there with some of the best figures of 2021.
3、
Okay, so we're now in the top 3. And third place goes to this Mafex Batman from the Batman Dark Knight Returns. This is Batman Triumphant, and yeah, what more can I say? This figure just looks absolutely beautiful. I love all of the Dark Knight Returns releases from Mafex. They're just really well built. They've got some nice articulation considering the chunky size of Batman here. But this one particularly has so much nice weathering throughout the whole Batsuit. It comes with a very beautiful kind of pleated cape, and just looks great that you can have him in this iconic pose. He also comes with a bunch of extra accessories, including hands and a really nice beaten Bruce head sculpt. I just love having this guy on my display. Came out early last year, but I only got it during the Christmas holidays, and I just can't stop looking at it. It's just a beautiful figure.
2、
So my number 2 spot goes to this guy. Now this is a Bandai movie realizations from Tamashii Nations, and it is the Mandalorian. Man, I absolutely love this whole line, and I've been collecting it since it started. I'm a completionist. I have them all. But this guy was the only one that came out last year, and this was released with Bandai in America, Bandai US. Now that really annoyed me because it was impossible for me to get this guy in Japan. And, you know, considering it's a Japanese brand and it's based on Japanese culture, I think this was really frustrating for many Japanese collectors who wanted this figure. Now, I managed to get this figure through an amazing guy on Instagram. This guy called Darth Hellspawn. His real name is, I think, Jean Nicolas from France. I've become friends with him through Instagram, and he managed to track down a few of these. He paid for them with his own money and got one to me and another friend of ours in Austria. And man, like, it's such a great story of collectors coming together to help each other. And that's one of the reasons why I had to put him right up here at the top. But the other reason is just because it's an absolutely beautiful looking figure. Now, everything from movie realization is absolutely fantastic. This one is no exception. And I just don't know how to do it. I mean, these figures sell for less than a standard Mafex figure, and the scale is bigger, the detailing is better, and the paint application is just unrivaled. Like, there's nothing that is anything near this quality at this scale, in my opinion. So, number 2 goes to the movie realization Samurai Mando.
1、
So here we are at the number 1 spot. Who do you think is going to get first place? Now again, this could be a biased decision because I absolutely love the Spider-Verse, but this one goes to this guy. Now this is my favorite small scale action figure for so many reasons. This is the Sentinel Miles Morales. Now I absolutely love this figure for so many reasons, and let me go through them. First of all, he just looks fantastic. Now again, he sells at a great price, similar to a Mafex figure, but the head sculpt is so much better than the Mafex one. All the extra attention to detail is beautiful, like how the spider is painted on here, all the little web details. The plastic has a really great texture to it, and it's got a color where it's not just a regular black, you know, it's been like lightened to make it look more realistic, like fabric. Look at his shoes, they've got all these extra little details, and he comes with
different laces that you can have in different styles. And yeah, he comes with so many accessories. We get the spray can, we get a mobile phone, we get the wooden hammer from Peter Porker. He comes with a crazy amount of hands. He comes with spider webs. He comes with different head sculpts, including 2 masked heads. And yeah, just the display options with this guy are unlimited. Now you can take his jacket off and put the arms on. And one great thing with the Sentinel figures is that they're extremely posable. Now the joints on these things are better than I've seen with anything else. They just very smoothly pop off, so you can add on the different legs, you can add on the different arms and the hands. But at the same time, they almost look seamless. So it just looks really nice on your display. You don't get these exposed joints that you do with a lot of other figures. Now I absolutely love this figure. I have ordered the Peter B. Parker that should be coming at the end of this month. It has been delayed a little, but nothing beats this figure in my opinion. And yeah, I absolutely love this Miles Morales. He gets first place from me. Okay, so let me just wrap up with some runners up, some honorable mentions. It was really difficult picking a top 10, and some of these almost made the cut. For example, over here we have the Batman and Robin, which was recently released by Mafex. And I absolutely love this figure. I mean, the sculpt is very similar to the Triumphant Batman and the other Dark Knight Returns Batman. The only reason it didn't make it was just because of some of the issues I've had with this guy. And Robin. I had to send one set back because their cape, the wiring wasn't working on one side, and actually the replacement was even worse. And also the replacement had really bad paint application. This one does have some paint issues. So yeah, I feel that the QC has gone a little downhill with some of the recent Mafex releases, but still a great set. We also have Spider-Gwen here. She's a beautiful figure. She's really great, really posable, but I don't think she's worth the full price. I think she should have been cheaper just because she's so petite and small. Then we have down here the SH Figure Arts Far From Home Spidey. This is actually a really great figure. I really like the proportions on this guy and the black webbing here, but it is a very basic standard figure set. You don't actually get that much other than the extra hands and eyes. Over here, Magneto. Magneto is actually a fantastic figure with a really great cape. It's not as good, I'd say, as the Batman and the Superman, mainly because it's quite thin. But yeah, it's still really nicely made, really shiny, and I really love everything about this figure. It also comes with the extra head sculpts and the black inside and some really nice magic sets. But yeah, sorry, Magneto didn't just make it there. We also have the amazing Yamaguchi Iron Spider. This thing looks great. I usually skip on these guys just because the proportions are a bit crazy with the small heads and the oversized bodies. I think it works really well with the Iron Spider. The only reason this guy didn't make the cut is just because how finicky these extra arms are, these Iron Spider legs coming out. Man, it took me so long to actually get these things working, and they kept falling down and they kept popping off, and I'm really scared to touch this guy. Looks great, really posable because of the Revoltech joints, but again, it's a little bit of a tricky one to mess around with. And then we also have the other Hush figures. We have the Hush Selena Kyle here, Catwoman. She looks absolutely fantastic, but the same problem with Spider-Gwen. I don't think they should be charging full price for such a small petite figure with very little extra stuff. And then we actually do have Hush. Now this is actually a great figure. It comes with a Robin head sculpt too. This actually comes with guns, which a lot of the Mafex figures don't these days, especially of course the DC stuff. And it comes with some interchangeable parts. I really love this. The only thing I guess which would have been better if they did use a material overcoat rather than the plastic one that we have here. But again, all of these are fantastic figures and great extra additions that could have made the cut.
Okay guys, so that's it from me, my top 10 figures from 2021 from Japanese companies. Now if you have any questions about any of these figures, please let me know. You can hit me up in the comments below. Also, if you'd like me to make any individual videos for any of these figures, then I'd be happy to do so. I'm also interested to hear your thoughts. Are there any figures that you picked up last year that you'd recommend to me? What do you think are some of the figures that stood out, and did I miss anything from my list? Also, don't forget to check out the other videos on our YouTube channel on the Nerd Room podcast. Also, listen to the Nerd Room podcast, of course, to hear the guys having some great discussions about nerd stuff. There's also an Instagram account where we update pictures of our collections. So don't forget to check out all that extra content. And yeah, I'll catch you next time.